Hi guys, it's Giorgia here. I work here at the factory and I teach flexibility classes and ball as well. But today I'm gonna walk you through a little routine for our box splits. So you need blocks, which can be Pilates blocks like these ones, or yoga a little bit thicker, and some long resistance bands for today. If you have short bands, that's fine as well, don't worry too much about it. And yeah, I'm gonna walk you through a little sequence for box splits. In my classes on Thursday at 7 p.m. we work also on back bendings, how to get your shoulders open, and also our front splits to get beautiful and flexy. Come and join me. Alright guys, so I'm just want to walk you through a short warm-up today, targeted on the hip area and as well on the hamstrings, because we need this area nice and warm for what we're going to do today. So we're going to start with our feet underneath our hips in a squat and come forward position. Squat and come forward position. And you can do 5 in a row. So we are 4 and 5 now. Then you're going to stay down in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come forward. Keep your heels on the floor for 3, 2, 1, and again down and forward, down and forward, down and forward, down and forward. Then you're gonna reach forward and you're gonna try to really lengthen and use all the flexibility you have in the upper body, okay? If you can't get to the floor, you can also stay here. It's completely fine. Make sure you're lengthening, so using your chest, you can look forward, or if you have enough flexibility, look back, push away from the floor, try to keep your rib cage in, and do little impulses. Very good. From here, we're gonna take it back, open our feet to the side, and I want you to go down in a squat position to come back up, and you use your heels on the floor to rotate your feet in and out, okay? If you can't get to the floor, you can also do this a little bit higher. It's just gonna be a little bit more difficult, but you can do that too, okay? Last 3 and 2 and 1. Length, 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 length. A down facing dog position. Try to always keep your heels on the floor in this position. If you're bending, it's fine, as long as you have your heels there, okay? And push away from the floor. Fantastic. From here, one foot is gonna go in the middle. You're gonna lift up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 and 2. Big rotation of the hip and reverse, come in for 2 and down. Fantastic. We're gonna do the same thing on the other leg and lift up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. 2 outside rotation of the hip and reverse it. Always remember to push toe. Fantastic. The right leg is gonna come forward. Both of your hands are gonna go inside and you're going to do little impulses. Try to really sink here with your hips, okay? So as you can see, my knee is on top of my ankle. And little bounces for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze your back bum check, knee on the floor, and you're going to stretch and bend the front leg. Same for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. You come back up and you do the same thing on the other leg. So left is in front now. Bend both hands inside. Again, little poses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Engage your back bum cheek, knee on the floor, foot on the floor, hand to the other side. Again, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. From here, you're gonna sit on the floor and we're gonna warm our hips. So you want to put your hands behind you, shoulder blades together, okay? So not forward, big rotation, stick them together. From here, you're gonna sink back and you're going to rotate in and out your right leg. Think about drawing 8-shaped figures in the air. You're like a painter. And we got 3, 2, and 1, and we're gonna come inwards, just circles now for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and change. 8 figure, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and inside rotation for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic job. From here, you're gonna lengthen your legs forward, and you're going to stay tall. Walk your feet on your calves and shins, and arrive here if you can, okay? If you cannot, then just grab the ankle and try to pull. If you can go lower, reach behind your feet and pull. And breathe out. Come back up and swing forward for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Now to explore the frog position, which is very important to develop a box split, okay? So we're gonna go into a down facing position. From here, we're going to open our knees and we're going to try to keep a square angle in between our hips, knees, and ankle, okay? So in this case, I have to close here a little bit. We're going to flex our feet and we're going to try to sink lower to the floor. Not just pushing into the floor, but lengthening from the side, okay? So you're really trying to open your hips. If you need blocks, it's completely fine, okay? You can be a little bit higher maybe and help yourself in case you're really struggling to get down to the floor. But if you are neck flexible, down and down to your elbows. We're gonna be holding this position for 1 minute. So the timer is gonna start now, and from 1 minute we're gonna be here, okay? What you can do is, what I do, I try to rock forward and backwards. For me, it really works when I sink back and I try to tuck my hips under, okay? Because that's where I'm lacking my flexibility in my box split. But for some of you might be here. I don't really suggest to go forward because that's not really what we want to work on. So try to stick as back as you can, okay? And come forward and back. If then you feel relaxed, what you can do, you can downgrade it down, okay? Chest on the floor, still trying to keep your knees as far apart as you can, and just breathe, okay? Very important to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And out. And stay there and relax. Think about the beautiful weather outside. Summer is coming. And just stay there. I reckon we are about to finish the minute, so just to hold it. Very good. And you're probably noticing you can get a little bit further down into the stretch until you most can touch the floor with your inner thigh, which is what we want. And remember, try to tuck your pelvis under. Beautiful. And when you're done, what you're gonna be doing is come back up, push, and heavy hips, and sit back. After this, we're gonna have a little upgrade. We're gonna use blocks. If you're already down with your thigh on the floor, I suggest to put maybe a couple of blocks. Otherwise, 2 is completely fine. I mean one side, or 2, in case you want a little bit more space, okay? And we're going to reproduce the same thing again. So knees on blocks, nice wide and open, and here. Down to your elbows, square your feet, and if you can, down to the floor. If you cannot, it's completely fine up here or up here. Always try to keep this position though, okay? So not butt out, butt in. Very good. And same again, you can rock back and forward. And we're gonna hold here for 1 minute. So just make sure you're breathing and relax into it. Very important to relax and breathe. Oh, beautiful. I love box splits. They're my favorite. Sorry if they're not yours. They will become, I promise. And just stay there. And remember, if you want, you can rock forward and back. Always try to add a little bit of space going backwards. Fantastic. And breathe. We're almost there. And relax. Fantastic. When you're ready, same position. It's gonna be a little bit harder to get out of it. I put my feet together and then I push up so my hips are light. Okay, ready for the next part? It's gonna be horrible, I hate it, but it's so good for you. This is one of the best exercises to get proper box split. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put one knee on one block or 2 blocks, whatever you have, and the other leg is gonna get extended, okay? So let me make some more space for us. Fantastic. So one knee right there, maximum extension of your hips. You're gonna stretch the other leg. Always remember, it's fine even if you don't have this much flexibility. You can be a little bit higher and walk your way down to this. And you're going to push, so you're really lengthening your hip. Don't try to collapse down, but to length, okay? So both of the knees open in the same amount, and you're going down on the elbows. You're gonna try to rock back and forward, back and forward. You can then play with this leg as well. Try to rotate it up to the sky or down, up and down. Or you can simply hold it. Whatever you prefer, have a play. It's really completely up to your body. There is no specific way because our physiology is different. So just try to see where you feel it most and hold it in that position. Fantastic. And breathe and relax. And if you can go a little bit lower, always try to lengthen. So I can go a little bit lower. I'm gonna try to reach forward with that foot. And stay down. Lovely, guys. Great job, everyone. And breathe. Beautiful. You should feel getting more flexible and going a little bit lower each time you breathe, and make sure you're relaxing instead of contracting over contracting, okay? And 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. Get yourself back up. Oof. Okay, fantastic. Get the leg back in. Same thing, guys, on the other leg. We have to do this both sides, I know. It's gonna be fine, don't worry. We get there. Here we go. Fantastic. Same, guys, try to lengthen and walk that foot out as much as you can, and keep the square position, knee, ankle, and knee, ankle, and hip, and down to the floor. And remember, you can tuck under or scoop up, tuck under, scoop up again, and breathe. If you can't get your chest to the floor, you can stay up here, but instead of sticking your chest out and butt out, try to keep your rib cage in, okay? So you're probably targeting the hips more. Fantastic. And same, 1 minute hold. And just stay there. And breathe. Beautiful job, guys. And smile. hold and breathe. Relax. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic job, everyone. Get yourself out of there. Put your knees together. Have a little shake. Move them around a little bit because they need it. Whee! Shake it! Okay, guys. Fantastic. That was the first session. Hello again, guys. So today we're going to explore the difference between these two bands. So the red band is usually a beginner band. It means it has less resistance. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit easy to use when you start. Black one is a little bit more intense. So if you're intermediate, I would suggest this. And then the bands go up in difficulties with the color. So the green and the purple and the blue are going to be much more resistant. So I would avoid using them straight away. So let's start today with the red band, and I'll show you the first exercise, okay? This is personally one of my favorite. We're gonna get the band, okay, both extremities, pass it behind your back, and you're gonna put your hands here, okay? Separate the band. Get your feet inside the band, okay? This is fantastic. From here, what we're gonna do, we're going to grab the band here, just close to your ankle, okay? From here, we're going to go down to the floor, guys. So I am going to have my back on the floor in this exercise, okay? So I'm going to rotate on the side so you can see. I'm gonna go down. And from here, oh, I have a band next to me. And we're going to keep hold on this. And then we're going to stretch one leg out. Very good. Okay, from here, guys, this is quite an easy resistance band, so be careful when you use a little bit higher, because obviously it's gonna take your legs further down in the stretch. Okay, so with this one, what I do, I grab the band and I pull down, okay? Or if you can get to your ankle, you can pull it down to the floor. And we're gonna be holding here for 1 minute. Okay, the other one just stays there, it's fine. You can use your active flexibility, so you're kind of using your hip flexor to put the leg in, so it's actively working as well. And just keep pushing down with the other leg. Very good. And breathe. Important is that you have your lower back on the floor and keep the spine position as neutral as possible. I love this one. It's one of my favorites. And just breathe. Beautiful job, guys. Stay there. We're almost there. And breathe. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get the band exactly where you took it from. Bend your leg. Make sure you're doing this movement slowly. And we're going to do the same thing on the other leg. Extend, pull down, and hold for 1 minute again. What I do usually, if I'm using a little bit higher bend, I really push into the floor. So I bend my arm and my elbow to use the active flexibility and strength of my own body to go a little bit further down into the stretch. Fantastic. If you feel any discomfort in this area, I suggest you release the grip of your leg a little bit, just because maybe your hamstrings are not that warm or they're not accustomed to be into this position. So just take your muscles there slowly, okay? We want to avoid injuries rather than try to get things straight away, okay? So breathe and hold the position. Fantastic. We're almost there. Hold it. 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Get a hold on the band. We're not going to go back unless you want to, because now we're going to do both legs. So you're going to straighten the other leg as well. And you're going to, personally, I like to get my ankles. But if you can't get your ankles, then just pull down on the band. And you're going to pull down. and try to get your toes on the floor. And hold it for 1 minute, guys. How beautiful is this? And breathe. I'm starting to feel it now. And hold and breathe. The more you relax into the stretch, the further your muscle will go, because it's not under stress, but it's allowing to go a little bit lower into the stretch. So just breathe. Tell your body's okay. And stay there. Almost there, guys. And breathe. Beautiful job. And hold it. You can go a little bit further into the stretch. Go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh. Get the bend. Make sure you're doing this nice and slowly. Bend one leg at a time. Back. And from here, you can release the bend. And lengthen your legs. And relax. Shake it up for a second. And relax. Hi guys, so I'm gonna upgrade my game a little bit and using the more intense bends for this one. We're gonna reproduce the same exercise that we done with our back on the floor, but standing up, okay? So same as we got into the previous exercise. Bend at the back, get your feet into the bend, and same position. Make sure it's nice and comfortable, well, for what it could potentially be, and stretch one leg out and other leg down. Fantastic. From here, what I do, put my hands on the floor and trying to reach forward. So I drag my butt on the floor, okay? So it gets at the most range of motion of my hip. I get the bend and I pull out and in, okay? And you're gonna hold it there. If you need extra bends, you can put a second one, or you can use a higher intensity bend as well. Completely fine. And hold here for 1 minute. And you can also do this against a wall in front of you if you want to have a little bit more of a resistance, and you can push your butt closer to the wall in this position, okay? So same. Drag forward, or if you have a wall in front of you, push from the back and in and hold it. Beautiful job, guys. And breathe. We're halfway through and stay there. Keep opening your hip. Sit nice and tall and breathe. Beautiful. Almost there, guys. Doing a great job. And hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. So you're gonna bend one leg back. Oh, second leg back. And get out of it. Ooh. And yes, guys, that was one of the short sequences to get box splits. As I said at the beginning, we explore different type of exercises to get flexible in different parts of the body. So yeah, I can't wait to meet you all and see you in class.